5 minutes to go.
And you're going to see now at the end of this stint, at the end of this session, a lot of riders will put in that fresh tyre again. So the likes of Van der Mark, he should put in a new tyre now and try and make a big step forward. You can see in the timing tower on the left-hand side of the screen, 2 personal bests for Mikey as we catch up with the number 60 halfway through the lap. Should be able to move himself up into in and around the top 6 or 7 spots with this lap.
Yes, as you say, looks like a significant improvement on the way. Just over half a second down on P1 after 3 sectors, but as we said previously, big gaps between your top 3. It's closer further back, so Van der Mark looks like propelling himself up the order. 141.2 was his previous best in this session. That's a 140.506. It's actually faster than Andrea Iannone as well, up into 3rd place then for Michael Van der Mark with 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, a really good lap there from Van der Mark, half a second off the pace. Shows that he's got that 1 lap speed, and that's really important for him and for BMW, because we know how well he works during a Superpole session with Toprak. He'll tow Toprak around for 1 lap, Toprak will tow him around on the next stint, and they're able to give themselves the chance of qualifying well. Van der Mark said coming into this weekend he felt that there was a big step forward made by the bike and the team during the course of the Portimao test, and he wants to show what he can do.
So, free practice 2, entering its final moments now, and this will be the last stint for each rider, of course. Toprak Razgatlioglu, the only rider into the 139s. Nicolo Bulliga, second as things stand.
And you can see for Bulliga on this lap, he's had a personal best in Sector 1. We'll catch up with him in a couple of moments' time. He wants to try and show he's got that same 1 lap speed as Toprak. The problem for him is, though, Toprak's pace in this stint really is impressive. He's just halfway through his lap now as well, so we'll see what kind of speed he's got on lap 7 of this stint, or lap 8 of this stint, but he's really shown that he's got that consistency. Bulliga needs to just get that bit of a confidence that he's got the speed to go with Toprak, but he's lost the lap halfway through as well. He's down by 1/10 of a second, down by 3/10 of a second now at the end of the lap as well, as Alvaro Bautista makes his way around the long turn 15 to try and improve his times. But again, for Bautista, the lap time going away in the second half of the lap, a lot of the times here in Portimao, that can come down to the wind as well. The wind picks up as the day progresses. We're coming up to 4 o'clock local time now. This is typically whenever the wind is starting to get a lot stronger, so maybe that's a bit of a factor up at the top of the hill at the end of the lap. Just
want to take the opportunity to give some credit to Jari Montella. A couple of new personal bests in a row. Last time around, a 1 minute 40.788. For Jari Montella, so he's less than 1/10 behind much more experienced teammate Danilo Petrucci, and Montella showing well early here in Portimao.
Yeah, we know that the Barney team put together a really good package, and Montella's been able to show here in Portimao in the past on a super sport bike that he's good around this track, like he is at Phillip Island, and he's showing once again just how strong overall that Ducati package is. You can see here for Sam Lowes and the number 14 machine back out on track. Liam gave a quick update as well, just through to myself and Alex. It was an electrical issue for Lowe's, and you can see they've been able to get that problem solved, but he's got a lot of confidence in that front end. You can see just how he's braking on the angle there as well, down in towards turn 13, and a personal best lap on the way for Lowe's.
Yes, it was a bit of a moment again over the crest of the hill in towards turn 9, and we saw a replay earlier on of Sam Lowes where he was all loose and out of shape, but on this occasion keeps it very much under control. And good to see Sam back out after his technical problems, as you said there earlier on in the session. 1.5 minutes to go, so he'll get in another lap after this one. That's good enough for P10.
Just to compare Sam as well to Bulliga, the fastest Ducati out there, he's matching him for speed in Sector 2 and Sector 4, but giving up that 3/10 of a second in Sector 1 and Sector 3. So they're the areas where the Mark VDS team will try and find some improvement for him.
Nicolo Bulliga then off the final turn, his latest lap, 1 minute 40.342. So there's consistency to that pace. Remember, his fastest time is a 140.294. And unfortunately for him, there's consistency for Toprak of laps that have been faster than his best. Slackened off now, Toprak, at this stage of the session. But again, Toprak's been the man to beat in FP2.
Yeah, and for Razgatlioglu down into the 41s last time around, it was a mid-40 the previous time. Obviously, for Razgatlioglu, you're trying to use each lap to gain as much information as possible. Bulliga's just going to bail on this down to turn 5, so that's his session done. But for Razgatlioglu, he was able to show everyone, I'm the man to beat here this weekend with that ultimate speed that he has. It backed up what we saw in the test.
Yeah, exactly. Ultimately, it's not a surprise, is it, that we end Friday with Toprak a few tenths of a second faster than Nicolo Bulliga. He was, what, 4 tenths ahead in the test at the end. So it's more or less in keeping with what we were anticipating. But I think the manner of it's been particularly impressive for Toprak, given all that misrunning in FP1, and rival Bulliger's not been able to capitalise as he rejoins the circuit following his venture through the car track at turn 5. He's not able to complete this lap at full speed, of course. Checkered flag has fallen in FP2, so riders just coming through to complete their final laps. Sam Lowes with an opportunity to make a big improvement here, although he loses a bit of ground in the final sector this time around to 140.860, so narrowly pips Alex Lowes, who we just saw cross the line moments earlier. Elsewhere around the lap, Michael van der Mark on a good lap. There's a chance that he might improve, currently sitting in P3.
Same issue again for Sam, it looks like they're at the end of the lap as well. So that's something for the Mark VDS team and Ducati to diagnose now overnight.
Yeah, better that it happens after the checkered flag, of course, but the team with plenty of diagnosis and work to do. As we see Toprak, Razgat Lioglu and Michael van der Mark off the final turn, riding together. That's why van der Mark's been able to put in such a strong effort on this, his final lap. It's a 1 minute 40.663. So over a tenth of a second down on his previous best in this session. But for Michael van der Mark, riding with Razgat Lioglu, as we've seen at times in Superpole sessions as well.